I really enjoy that aspect where you're going out and you're taking the resources by the sweat of your brow, so to speak. I'm busy talking and I'm losing track of what I should be doing. Anyways, you pay for your resources pretty much with your blood, so to speak. It's very vital that you know what you're doing, and it just makes getting the things you need more valuable because you did fight for them. Whoa, I don't think I want to. I was gonna go down there and do that, but I don't want stuff falling on top of me. So, um, anyways, but I do know that people enjoy mining, and I do see its uses. It's just not my sort of playstyle thing, so that's alright. Enough of that. I've been talking about that for the past hour. um, more stuff here. So yeah, I'm very pleased to have found this cave system. It does seem to be more of an internalized system, though, an underground system, because, I mean, just watch the last recording session, the first beginnings of this world, where I went out specifically looking for cave entrances, and there weren't that many. And most of them were the shallow ones, like the one leading to our current base of operations. I mean, I had to dig my way down a few blocks in order to find this place, so it was sort of out of the way and by luck, really, that I even came across this cave system. I'm not even sure there is an entrance to the surface anywhere nearby. That doesn't mean there isn't one somewhere, but I should probably conquer this dungeon just to see what's in there. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering. I'm fairly certain at this point it is a spider dungeon. Certainly sounds like it. Alright, let's eat some fish. And let's do this. Oh, wow. A lot of spiders. I could farm experience just sitting here and killing spiders all day. That's not what I want to do, though. I'm going to go ahead and do this. That way I can get out of here. And the spiders still can't get me because they're 2 blocks wide. My goal here is once I kill these spiders, I do want to get in there and throw some torches around. Why aren't you attacking me? Now you are. That was random. I thought they'd come after me, but maybe the torchlight stopped them or something? I don't know. I'll go back and see what's in the chest here in a minute. I want to get more of this cave conquered. Lame. Lame skeleton is lame. I pwned you, Skelly. Wow, another huge cave system. No. You. Die now. Seriously? We're gonna be swimming in coal and iron. Not a bad thing, for sure. I really would like to have the Mind Fiend's luck when it comes to dungeons and find a skeleton dungeon. That would make my life a lot easier to have unlimited arrows and bones. But in the same respect, I also think it makes it too easy. Because if you have unlimited arrows, then you can just use your bow all the time. Willy-nilly, you can shoot as much as you want, and with unlimited bones, you can do all the farming and stuff that you want as well. That's not to say it's not bad to have a skeleton spawner mob trap. I mean, believe me, if I had a skeleton spawner, especially at this point, I'd certainly go through the effort of making a mob trap for it. Even if I didn't really use it all that much, or decided not to use it later, I'd still do it to have it, but in some ways I don't mind not having one, at least at this point. I'm sure as time goes on it would be much more handier just to have one and be done with it already, but it's kind of nice to, at the same time, know that, especially now with zombies not giving feathers away and that sort of thing, that if you want arrows, the best way to get them is to go fight skeletons. It's kind of a nice challenge factor, without going over the top. Because things like that make combat in the game fun. It's when the game does things like enchantments and crazy stuff for combat to try and make it fun that it seems more forced in a way. But whatever. Not going to get on that rant because I've already done that. I'm just lighting this up again. Whoa, lag. Okay, this is one of those things where I'm just going to have to hope and pray nothing falls on me. I guess I'll hear it if it falls from that height, because it'll take some damage. No matter what it is, whether it's a creeper, spider. Well, spider might not take damage, but I'll hear the spider from a long ways off anyway. Spiders are obnoxiously loud. Plus, once I get these resources right here, I'm probably not going to be back here for a while, so it doesn't really matter. I'm very pleased. I can't say it enough. I'm very pleased that I found this cave system. So much resources in such a short amount of time. Buckets without having... This is another bonus to finding dungeons. If you can find a bucket, that's one of the best things in one of these regular dungeons. 2 buckets, fantastic. I'll never have to waste iron on a bucket. That is such a bonus. Okay, now I'm going to have to replace these torches. I'm not going to make the mob trap for the spider thing right now because, for one, I'm not really in a big need for wool, so it's kind of a waste of time at the moment. And for another, I'm not big on making mob traps in general, so I'll just save it for a later day. A project to do at some other point. I'm not a big I don't know how to say it, big technical or exploitive mechanics sort of thing when it comes to Minecraft. I don't think I've even ever made a mob trap before. But it seems to take something away. And what am I doing? Oh, I need to make some tools. Need to make a another pickaxe, that's right. So anyways, that's not to say I won't make a mob trap here. I mean, we have the dungeon, we might as well, but especially since wool is going to be kind of one of the weird, rare resources. I've been told that animals will still respawn like they used to. They just respawn at really slow rates now. So even though they're persistent and it's a fairly viable option to breed animals if you want to keep them around and stuff, I've been told that they do still respawn again. It's just that they take forever to do it. So when it comes to something like wool, if you're wanting to build something with wool, waiting forever and a day for sheep to respawn, or even trying to go through the whole process of breeding them and stuff, it's a very tedious process for what amounts to a very simple building resource. I mean, imagine if you had to go through the entire process of building a cobblestone generator in order to get cobblestone. Like imagine if that was the only way to get cobblestone. You'd have to go search for a thing of lava. Depending on the world you're on, you might have to go search far and wide for some water. Not to mention the buckets, or at least a bucket, to carry it around. You'd have to somehow know how to make a cobblestone generator, which if you're playing the game and you're not watching YouTube videos and stuff, good luck figuring that out on your own, you know. Unless you take a lot of time to do it. And if it were a part of the game where that was a factor, then there'd probably be something like a recipe or something in the game that you would have to go hunt for in order for your character to be able to make it. So, you know, when it comes to something like wool, it's, I don't know, I wish the sheep would at least regrow their wool. I mean, that's been kind of promised forever and a day, but, you know, back in the old days of Minecraft, it didn't matter if they regrew their wool or not. I mean, it was nice, but animals used to respawn fairly quickly, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And this was a very advantageous way to find the dungeon, is right here, these two blocks, with it being a spider dungeon. Now, it's not necessarily the most advantageous way if this had been a skeleton or zombie dungeon, but it was very advantageous for the spider dungeons. Spiders are kind of out of luck when it comes to their dungeons, because they're very limited, being 2 blocks wide versus the 2 blocks tall. It's quite a bit easier to conquer a spider dungeon overall. I mean, of course there's some situations where it can be a bit tougher, but by comparison, their new blue spider cousins are quite a bit tougher to deal with. Anyways, we got a lot of resources right now. Almost a full stack of iron. A lot of mossy cobblestone. This is one of the things I always get when I conquer a dungeon, is I take the mossy stone. Even if I have no plans to ever use the mossy cobblestone, it's like a trophy that I get for conquering the dungeon. It's like my proof, you know. So that's why I get it. That's why I took the time to get it. I'll put the iron away for now. I'll just wait for a full stack and then cook it all. Don't have to make any buckets because I got them now thanks to the dungeon. We've got a bit of redstone, even though that's going to either be completely useless or end up in like a watch or a compass or something at some point. Put the chests away for now, that away, gunpowder. Keep the wheat for now. Now that we have a fishing pole and stuff, I'm going to end up just using wheat as a... I don't know if I'm going to breed animals or not, but I'll keep it in case I do, I guess. Certainly until I get my own farm going. Got a lot of string. That'll come in handy. Only got 2 arrows, so I'm not really... Well, 4 arrows. I'm not going to really bother making a bow at this point, especially since it takes 3 full bow shots in order to kill anything these days. Got a lot of coal. That's always good. Bit more cobble. That's no surprise. Cocoa beans. Whatever. Bread'll be handy, but I'll use that later. Alright. Nice. We came out with a nice haul there. Got a lot more coal and a lot more iron. Even that 1 stack of iron is going to last us quite a bit. In fact, speaking of which, since we found the Cave of Awesome here, and I should probably... You know what? I should probably go back up and get some more wood and make a sign just to kind of mark the way. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure that this base that we have here is not going to be my home for a while, even though I'm using it as a home right now. It's going to more or less be my... Well, it was going to be my mining operation base, but now it's going to be more like a caving operation base. I'm going to build my permanent settlement in the desert area, I'm pretty sure. And then I'll be able to make my farms and stuff out there, and I won't have to deal with the obnoxious rain and all that. But this is a good, not only a good starting shelter, but it's a good base of operations for this cave exploring that we have going on. I need to make a sign. I think I'll go ahead and place cobblestone down as a pillar for the sign, because I don't really use cobblestone for anything in terms of caving. I try to use dirt and gravel just because I think it's more fitting, and I also have a thing against using cobblestone because I think it looks ugly. But alright, so this is a stairway of sorts. Okay. So, cobble, pillar. Where do I want it? I guess right here. Maybe. Overuse of torches is overuse of torches, but I don't care. Especially now with all the cobble we got going on. for now, we'll put it, whoops, good old base of operations and then we'll turn this into dirt, kind of make it more apparent. Alright, good enough. Let's see if we can find 3 more bits of iron to make a full stack of iron to cook. There's 1 right there. Hopefully this has at least 3 bits of iron in it. Whoops. One, 2. Yep, it's gonna have at least 3. Thank you, game, for appreciating my needs. Finally. Yep, 4, 5. Alright, looks like that was about it. Good enough. Good, and I didn't have to go exploring too far to get it either. That's always a plus. Alright. Homeward we go. I should probably put a door here, but I'll just assume that's good enough. Alright, so put that away, and then we'll cook this full stack of iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright, we'll be able to have a full set of iron armor, and we'll be able to get some shears, so that way when we go back up to the surface, we'll be able to get all the wool we should need for a bed from a single sheep, probably. And that way our bed, more than the spawn point, because